We know Caitlyn Clark is a global star in women's basketball, but now is she even more popular than the top NBA player?
Did you hear the news? The world of basketball just got its biggest overhaul since the Air Jordans. Why? Because the NBA commissioner Adam Silver has dropped a truth bomb on Caitlyn Clark. And trust me, you wouldn't want to miss it.
Wow. The NBA, the actual National Basketball Association, and their commissioner, for whatever reason, they seem to appreciate and understand the Caitlyn Clark phenomenon better than the WNBA.
This revelation has sent shockwaves through every corner of the basketball universe. Caitlyn Clark has officially transcended the WNBA and, dare I say, even the NBA. That's right, folks. Clark isn't just rewriting the WNBA record books. She's obliterating the entire sports hierarchy. And Silver couldn't help but gush like a proud parent. Stay tuned till the end, guys, as I will show you all the evidence from the NBA commissioner to veteran analysts such as Bill Simmons on why Clark has become bigger than the NBA.
Adam Silver on Pacers TV. Caitlyn Clark set the world on fire, not just this community. She's brought so much attention to the entire league. People are seeing how deep this league is, how good quality. It's wonderful to see.
Can you believe it? Silver was sitting courtside at a recent Pacers-Pelicans matchup and found a moment to chat with the 22-year-old phenom. While the details of their conversation remain under wraps, one thing is clear, Silver couldn't contain his admiration. On live television, he declared, "Caitlyn Clark set the world on fire, not just this community." And let's be honest, the Understatement of the Year award goes to Adam Silver. This woman didn't just set the world on fire, she doused it in gasoline, lit the match, and smiled as the sports world collectively lost its mind.
And it looked like Caitlyn Clark just set blaze to social media, and Adam Silver is definitely begging Caitlyn to come to the NBA. Caitlyn Clark is bigger than any NBA player. Guys, we're finna dive into the story for this one here.
Silver didn't stop there. He went on to praise the WNBA as an overnight sensation, an ironic nod to the league's slow but steady climb into mainstream relevance. The WNBA didn't have a big fan base, but it's Clark who has single-handedly turned casual viewers into rabid superfans. This isn't just a player, this is a movement.
With Bill Simmons talking about Caitlyn Clark, and it created quite a debate online. Let's check out the clip.
Is Caitlyn Clark a bigger under 30 star than any under 30 star in the NBA?
Yes.
I think she is.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't even think that's a debate.
Her stardom, in a way, it has changed many conversations about sports, I feel like, especially women's sports.
I literally did not care about women's college basketball 10 years ago in any way, shape, or form.
That's 100% correct. Analysts such as Bill Simmons are now openly saying what the fans have been thinking about Caitlyn Clark, and it is blowing everybody's mind. Many of the WNBA fans didn't have a passing interest in women's sports until they heard of Caitlyn Clark's name. Even Bill Simmons has admitted that, and he has even gone as far as to say that Clark is better than a lot of NBA players out there. Unbelievable, right?
We know the NBA is talking about having Caitlyn Clark involved with the NBA All-Star Weekend. The NBA gets it. She's a star. One could argue that right now, she's a bigger star than any NBA player. I think if we're just being honest, and a lot of her regular season ratings have been bigger than a lot of these NBA regular season ratings, if that tells you anything.
Caitlyn Clark's games have been rated even higher than NBA games, and that's not an exaggeration. It is simply stating facts at this point. During her rookie season with the Indiana Fever, Clark shattered records like they were fragile glass. Triple doubles? Check. Most three-pointers by a rookie? Easy. Fastest to 100 threes? Why not? She even managed to break the WNBA rookie assists record while hilariously setting a record for turnovers, proving that if you're going to mess up the league, you might as well do it historically.
It doesn't matter how good this quality is if nobody's there watching. But the big reason why people were watching is number 22 for Indiana.
Her stats are so good they sound fake. 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. And let's not forget her shooting range that makes NBA stars look like amateurs. Logo threes? She shoots those in her sleep. She doesn't just score, she humiliates defenses, drains impossible shots, and has the audacity to look like she's having the time of her life doing it.
Now, a lot of people has been saying that Adam Silver been trying to figure out a way to implement Caitlyn Clark in the NBA in some shape, form, or capacity. I want to know why. Because Caitlyn Clark is box office. You need Caitlyn Clark because just like I told y'all, though, the viewership is down.
Silver's admiration wasn't just about Clark's stats, though. It was about her cultural impact. She's the player who turned Indiana Fever games into sold-out spectacles, who made basketball fans rethink their allegiances, and who brought new energy to a league long overshadowed by its male counterpart. People aren't just watching WNBA games because they're on, they're tuning in because Caitlyn Clark is playing.
So I think some things have moved toward just the quality to play is more fun to watch, but she seems to be some sort of catalyst that is just, it's like before and after.
The interest levels and the searches for the players that were mentioned above. So here's a graph here that shows Caitlyn Clark and Victor Wembanyama. Here's a chart here showing Caitlyn Clark and Luka. Here's a chart here showing Caitlyn Clark and Anthony Edwards. And here's one showing Caitlyn and LaMelo Ball. And as you can see from the charts here, there is far more interest in Caitlyn Clark than any of these basketball players.
Rachel Demita, who is no stranger to the world of basketball and a veteran basketball analyst herself, admitted that most NBA players have been overshadowed by the WNBA phenom, Caitlyn Clark herself.
And I would go out on a limb here and say when it comes to fandom, when it comes to hype, when it comes to viewership, when it comes to all of those things, I think the only couple players that might be ahead of Caitlyn are players like LeBron James and Steph Curry. I definitely agree with Bill Simmons here. I think for sure she is that number one player in that under 30 category.
That's correct. Except for a couple of NBA legends, Clark has become more popular and influential than the majority of NBA players, particularly those under the age of 30. This is so mind-blowing, especially because she's been playing in a relatively unknown, dismal, and unpopular league.
The viewership is down. The NBA is in a major heap of trouble. The bigger the W is, the less popular the NBA will become. There is no 2 and 2. No, it's one or the other. And hate to say it, but I feel like the time that the NBA had, now it could be over.
And let's not ignore the elephant in the room. The NBA is feeling the heat. Their ratings are falling while the WNBA is on the rise, all because of a particular rookie. With the NBA Commissioner Silver himself acknowledging Clark's meteoric rise, it's clear that she's not just a WNBA star, she's a basketball star, period. Imagine being an NBA rookie, thinking you're the next big thing, and then realizing all anyone can talk about is Caitlyn Clark. Brutal.
She's the hybrid love child of Steph Curry, Larry Bird, with the branding of Jordan. Well, the NBA commissioner had a real strong endorsement of Caitlyn Clark last night. She was at the Pacers game, and he's made some comments, and frankly, these comments, they make the WNBA and Kathy Engelbert, they look ignorant and awful. Like they've got their heads in the clouds and they don't understand or don't know what they've got.
Meanwhile, her opponents in the WNBA are scrambling to keep up. Aja Wilson, Angel Reese, and even the WNBA Commissioner Engelbert herself must be side-eyeing their calendars, wondering how much time they have before Clark dominates every corner of the sports world. Let's face it, Caitlyn is the player everyone wishes they were, the teammate everyone wishes they had, and the star every league wishes they could claim.
Are they so worried about the legacy WNBA media losing their minds because Caitlyn Clark is white and straight that they refuse to give her her appropriate amount of boost and flowers? Let's just keep it real.
And this is just her rookie season. Rookie season. Can you even imagine what year 2 is going to look like? Will she shatter more records? Lead the Fever to a championship? Start pulling triple doubles while blindfolded? Honestly, nothing seems out of reach for Clark.
And the way that she changed the sports landscape in general is like nothing that we have seen in recent history. Photo from the game that went viral was one of her talking to Adam Silver. Now, a lot of people were saying like, oh, Adam Silver gets it. He knows that she moves the needle. He knows that NBA ratings are down. And the whole discussion of NBA All-Star was brought up once again.
As soon as Clark's photo with the NBA commissioner went viral on the internet, people started spreading rumors that she is going to play in the All-Stars game. But the real question is, would she really? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the latest endorsement by Adam Silver has created chaos in the world of basketball.
Instead, NBA commissioner speaks highly of Caitlyn Clark resetting the world on fire. Every chance Adam Silver gets, he's going to talk about Caitlyn. Adam Silver had this to say: Caitlyn Clark set the world on fire. Not just this community, she's brought so much attention to the entire league. Clark said, people seeing how deep this league is, how the quality of basketball is, and it's wonderful to see.
Now, let's talk about the fever for a second. This team hadn't sniffed the playoffs in 8 years before Clark arrived. 8 years. That's not a dry spell, that's a drought. And yet, in one season, Clark turned them into contenders. Sure, they didn't win it all, but making the playoffs in her first year, that's like being handed a broken down car and winning a Formula One race.
The new fans, as the new toxic fans, as these players would make you think, the Iowa fans, Fever fans, they literally brought about somewhere between 2.5 and 4 times the amount of viewers or attendance anytime Caitlyn Clark's involved. But the league is still trying to cater. They're still catering in this league to the viewers that were there before, that was like 400,000. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that's not good economic math.
Absolutely. Clark not only has created a name and fame for herself, but she has also made the W into a much bigger game than ever before. The attendance and fan base have skyrocketed, and it looks like there are more Caitlyn Clark fans than the WNBA fans before her.
I'm worried about the new viewers, because that's the great majority now. Your league is officially made up of a great majority of new viewers, whether you like it or not. Caitlyn Clark set the world on fire, not just this community. I mean, honestly, that's the right response. Caitlyn Clark set the world on fire, not just this community.
So, where does this leave us? With Adam Silver singing her praises, Caitlyn Clark has officially crossed the line from WNBA superstar to global icon. The NBA, WNBA, and frankly, the entire sports world better buckle up, because Clark isn't slowing down.
The WNBA is the biggest thing in all of sports right now. I mean, like, hell, I started watching this year. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was blown away. I mean, this thing is popping. I mean, these ladies be balling, and they physical, and they get into the rim. You just don't see this every day, dog. A lot of people feel like Caitlyn Clark is bigger than any NBA star. I believe they're right. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And this is another case of numbers not lying, dog. Because I'm here to tell you why their viewership down. They have yet to have a game surpass Caitlyn Clark numbers. Ain't that something?
But hey, let's throw it to you, the fans. What's next for Caitlyn Clark? Will she continue to dominate the WNBA? Will she someday step onto an NBA court just to prove she can? Or is there another world, maybe even beyond basketball, that she'll conquer next? Whatever happens, one thing's for sure, we're all just living in Caitlyn Clark's world, and it's glorious. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting updates from the world of basketball. That's it from my side, guys, and thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one.